This is a video that I wish I didn't have to do because of the amount of hard work that I put into trying to make this work. So for a very long time since I started this channel, I have been in the struggle. And when I bought this house, I bought it. It was me and my mother, so we have a mother and daughter home, and it's a two-family. And she lived upstairs, and I lived downstairs. And I was excited because I just got my new job, and I wanted my own space, and not just a room or a basement in a house. I wanted to have like the whole apartment experience. And with my job, I would be able to pay for it and still do my, designing on the side. So it was around 2011 when things started to go, well, I think it started to go down here, but I didn't notice. So I was at my job for like 4 years, and we were paying, fine on the mortgage. And then sooner or later we started to notice that, the interest in the mortgage would go up. And then we had like a private insurance on the mortgage, and they told us when we first moved in that, it's going to take 5 years before we can get rid of it and all that other stuff. So, we were locked in, and that's that. So we was going to make it work. So in 2011, I left my job. And right after I left my job, my mother got injured on her job. And it's just a couple of weeks after I left my job, that was that. And I didn't understand how that happened, but it's life, and life happens, so what can you do? So I go in unemployment, and my mother didn't have any disability, for some reason she couldn't get her last paycheck, or they weren't giving it to her. And then when she had to go on disability because she has gotten injured on the job, they refused to pay. It was just weird, So I said, you know what, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna, do what we can. I'm making sales, a little bit of sales in my business. Plus this, I can try to figure things out. And then on top of that, I was trying to find some freelance work or go back into the business and find another job. And everything that I've done just didn't work. And I didn't understand like what's going on. Like it just didn't work. So anyway, long story short, from 2011 till now, well, actually, I could say things probably calmed down after my surgery for fibroids happened. Maybe last year. Was the surgery last year? I don't remember. But anyway, everything started to stop after that point. But all I know is just negativity. And what I mean by saying negativity is the fact that all I've seen is pain. All I know is pain. And I've never seen anything positive besides the fact that God has given us grace to stay where we are for this amount of time, to go through all the issues that we went through, and we made it out, still strong and standing. There were times where we had to ask for assistance because we didn't have any money to pay for our bills, and then that was denied. So it was just like a lot of stuff that happened, and all I remember is me looking back now. All I can remember is me just fighting to, stay, fighting for my home, fighting to, with bill collectors, debt collectors, just trying to make ends meet. I got the money, I don't have it this time. Can we make a payment plan? It's always something. I had people come to my house trying to collect, money and, collect bills and stuff like that. And I can't believe how quickly that happened, and left. So now For a very long time, as I stated, that I was fighting for my house. My house went into foreclosure, and we went through the court system. I tried to, act like a lawyer and, support documents as to why you should get a chance to resell our home. We went through the process of all trying to find a buyer. Nothing happened. And then on top of that, when we took it to the courts, they was like, that's not good enough. Denied the case. It was just, I at this point, I was just so fed up and tired. I cried so many tears just for something to happen. And in the process, I'm still working on my craft, believing in me to see that something would happen. And every time I try to do something, it was like, no response. No, this, somebody would contact, somebody would speak, and then and when I answer back, never answer again. And it's just like, I don't understand what's going on. And then between the people taking my stuff and I'm not making any money, it's just like, from that happening the first time, and then 3 years later it's still happening, and I'm not seeing any change, any progress in what I'm doing. It's like, maybe something is wrong with me. Maybe, I'm sorry. Maybe this is not for me. Because why is it that it's taking me so long just to get my dream to go? Why is that I can't excel as much as work and hard work that I put in? I focus all my energy, anything that I had, I focus on that. When something bad happened, that was the only thing I could do to get my mind off of it. And I believe that if I worked on my craft, it would work, and I would be able to pay where I live, able to survive. And it just didn't happen for me. And now, this is where I am. So, I have to leave. And we had a grace period. And within that grace period, I was still trying to, like, okay, figure it out. Let's try to see if there's something will happen. And still. So now I'm at the point where I am accepting that this is not where I'm supposed to be. This is causing me to not grow. I'm more of a happy person, and over the years I noticed that I became more bitter, upset, and I don't need to be in this environment. Something about this house just makes me feel like I'm defeated. I'm not supposed to excel. And this happened, just looking back, is like, ever since I moved in, that is all that has happened. Nothing but negative. I mean, I had somebody stole from me after I custom made something from. It's crazy amount of stuff that happened. If I were to explain to you, it's like I have to write a book about it, because it's shocking to me. Endless stories, just all of these years. And that's why I was so frustrated. The fact that I'm sitting here I know people, they steal people's stuff all the time, but there's people who still make money off their stuff, and that's not happening for me. So I'm like, is this worth it? What is the purpose of all of this? I hear compliments. I get so many traffic. I mean, I don't know what else to do. And after a certain point, it becomes desperate when you're trying to push it. It just becomes so desperate. So I don't like to operate in desperate moods or situations. I just like to sit back and just wait. And yeah, maybe it was my fault. I don't know. I just did the best that I could. But at this point now, I have to go. And I don't know where I'm going to go now. I got to look for a place to live. But I'm thinking about moving into a hotel and living out of that for, right now, so I can figure out what's the next thing. Maybe if I get out of this, I can probably excel and go up from there. Because at this point, I'm swimming, I'm sleeping, I'm just in crap. So it's only up from here, at least. When I first started this channel, I wanted to document my journey, whether it was good or bad, at least share that so others, maybe, maybe it's for everybody, just others can see that it is not what people think it is. And this is one of my hardships. I shared very far in between my hardships, but I think now it's just like, this is real. This is not something that, I'm about to go in and be, dandy and whatever. It's going to work out. For some, it does. And for others, like me, it's a whole situation. And I'm just documenting it for myself. When I look back, I can see myself in the situation, because I don't want to be like, I wish I did that, so that way I can see it and not just physically read it in a book or something if I ever do a book. I don't know what. Now it's like I'm starting over, and I don't know what's for my life moving forward. So I'm going to show you around. I got to pack everything up and get out of here at the end of the month. So right now, this is my bedroom, which is a mess. My bed, some dirty clothes, and then over here is a bunch of shoes. So these are shoes that I need to decide if I'm going to take. I got a pile over there by my dresser, and over here is where I usually shoot the tutorials at the end of the video. Let me show you that. This is familiar. This is a dress that I am currently working on, but you guys are going to see the video on this when I'm finished. I really was going to give up on this because I was so irritated, and I'm like, what is the purpose of this? I know people are going to love it, but it doesn't do anything, I don't know. I'm just not in a happy space. So, this is right now the almost completion of it, but you're going to, like I said, you're going to see the full, completion of the gown, before you see this video. And I love it. I really love it. But, yeah. So, these are bags. This is my dresser full of custom jewelries. I gotta sort through all of those things. I started sorting through here and then cleaned out my closet, gave a lot of donations away. These are my bags. Yes, Jinxie? What happened? Okay. You want me to follow you? Okay. He doesn't know what's going on. So this is my living room. I'm going to be abandoning some of the stuff in here, like the couch. I was trying to get rid of it and sell it. It took me like 3 weeks. I couldn't find anybody, and I almost did, and somebody just decided to back out. So that's always the situation. So I'm never like shocked that somebody will come through. It's always something like that. And then here is the bathroom, which I was dreaming that one day I can, renovate it and stuff like that, and that didn't happen, so whatever. And this was my fashion closet. I cleaned it out, and this is basically what's left in here, so that's good. I got this closet to clean out, which is a lot. And then this is my kitchen, which is basically it. So I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna take all these stuff and then clear out and move. This is where Jinxie eats. He's an eater on the floor. He doesn't like it on the table. And yeah, so I'm gonna take all my fabrics, my storage. I gotta get more bins, and this is basically it. So I got a lot of work to do, and a few days to get myself situated. So this is my situation. And I'm just gonna, this is a new chapter in my life that I'm gonna be embracing right now. And I'm gonna see where this leads me. I just hope that it's more positive, because I'm just tired of trying to understand why is this not working for me. I made a vision, not a vision board, but I always write down what I want. And I don't like sharing that because this is my dream, and I felt like if I share it with the world, it's like jinxing it. So I don't want to so it not come to fruition, so I never shared it. But as much as the dream that I had was, I wanted to open up a store, and I thought that was going to happen like within 5 years of time, and it is 8 years, and I still haven't seen that with all the progress that I made. So here is my vision board. I had this is basically, I put up together a picture of what my store would look like on the inside or outside, and that would be the store front and inside, and you know, the bathroom, and how much money I wanted to make for that month. I had dated it for this year into next year, but now I redated it again for next year, the end of next year. So I don't know if that's ever gonna come to fruition. This has been on my wall for 2 years, and I don't know. So, Jinx, you ready to pack with me? You don't even know what's going on. Yeah, I know. I know you're sad. I know. Yep. I know that face. So, yeah. Where do I start? Maybe I start in the living room. So, I have like a bunch of bags here full of fabric, swatches, scraps, and I don't want to throw them away because they're really good scraps. So for those who are book savvy or interested in learning from books, I'm not a book person type of thing, learner. I like to see things visually. That's the reason why I end up getting a job there, so I can learn, you know, some things that I didn't understand in the book, because the book language to me doesn't resonate. So for those who are looking for pattern making books, this is the book that I got in my academics package when I was in school, in design school. So if you need a book, a pattern making book, this is one of them. And I mean, like I said, I'm not a book person. When I read it, I was just confused. I did do some things, but it was just too confusing for me, so I just left it alone and just, you know, worked on trial and error. But if you are a book person, might be a good one for you. You just have to try it out yourself. My clutches. Oh my gosh, my Margiela bag. This is so cute. It's like a glove clutch. You could throw it over your shoulder, or maybe you can wear it as a clutch like that. And I have so much stuff I didn't realize what I had. Oh, my DIY clutch. This is another favorite of mine. I made this one out of a sunglasses case. Super cute. Okay guys, so I basically, is the day of the move. I packed up as much as I can. I'm gonna move out all my bins, a few boxes, my dress forms and stuff like that, so I can see how it's gonna fit in the storage, and then everything else I can probably come back and repack, because it's a lot of stuff. I didn't expect that I was living with a bunch of stuff that I hoarded. I want to take these 2 pieces with me. I'm going to store them because I think I'm going to use them again. And my TV, of course. I'm going to close down this table right here. This area was where the rack was. I closed that down and then put all my samples and garments in this bins for storage. And then, you know, these was already stored, the fabrics. This has been very stressful. I don't even know what's going to happen. But the move is going to be coming soon to get all the stuff. I'll probably show you guys the storage. I just don't want to get distracted with the movers and getting everything out, because I think it's going to be one guy and then it's going to be me to help him. So there's really no way I'm going to, you know, start filming and all that stuff. So Alright guys, so I'm here at the storage, and this is basically what the situation is. Let me show you. And everything is packed in. The mover helped me out a lot and packed everything. So this is the end, and I'm gonna get ready to go now. This is basically what's left in the apartment in my house, and yeah, I'm ready to go. I have Jinxie's carrier right here, and I'm gonna put him in, and then that's it. So now I am currently at the hotel, and this is me and Jinxie just chilling here. And I don't know, I guess I have more time now to like self-reflect on the past and, you know, where I want to go. And this has been one experience that I don't regret doing, but I wish it didn't happen the way it did happen. And now I'm like, this is a new chapter of my life, and this is a new direction that is unknown to me, and I'm looking forward for things to be, you know, more uplifted. And this is where I'm going to be staying for the next week or so, and after that I don't know where else I'm going to be going. I've been trying to see if I can get an apartment, you know, maybe me and my mom for, you know, a small apartment just to start over and, you know, build up again. So I just wanted to share with you guys that, you know, there's challenges between, you know, when you go out for your dream, you know, some people it works, and for me it's just, I've just found myself trying so hard to make it work while it was just falling apart every single moment. And since that situation, my home has left. I'm hoping that this is a opportunity for me to rise, and since that weight is lifted, I can have that opportunity to rise. So I don't know where my next move is. This is the time for me to just, you know, reflect on what happened and where I want to go and do now. And I'm praying about it, talking to God about it, telling me what to do next, because I really want to continue doing videos and still, you know, work on my line. But I'm just now trying to be, you know, smart about it. So, and my last point that I wanted to talk about was for those who sit here and compare themselves to people who's doing well and etc., etc. You know, a lot of people put out the good side of stuff, and I wanted to be more transparent of putting out also the challenges that occurs. And this is something that I want to see for myself and you, that if something positive comes out of it, you know where I came from. So don't compare yourself to someone else. You don't know what they went through or what they had to do to obtain what they have or did. And this is a prime example of the challenges that do occur when you seeking or, you know, going out for your dreams. Some people don't have to face those challenges, and other people do. And every story is pertain to your experience, and just because this happened to me does not mean that's going to happen to you, because everybody has their own story for their lives. Right now I'm in a reflecting zone, and I'm just trying to decide where I want to go and see myself and take this. And I'm basically praying about this, my next move with God. So if you guys can, you know, pray for me, I would be highly grateful. And yeah, and that's about it. So I'll see you guys in my next video.